Now then, so today we're running the sim list, we're running a bit of Siege. So I'll pop a card up here for the first video. The intro for that's a bit more descriptive of what the deck's doing and that kind of thing. If you're kind of looking for a bit more explanation of the list, but basic idea, we're doing similar to what mobilization does with revenants and things like that. But we also have Siege for quite a bit of pointage generation, a bit more evens out the matchups rather than targeting specific matchups, and it's doing pretty well. I'm getting a nice little win rate with it. I think currently I'm 7-3, and one of those losses was a forfeit after my first card because I did something stupid, which we won't talk about, and doesn't count as a game. So yeah, I'll keep the intro nice and short so we can get into the games. As always, really appreciate if you could subscribe, it really helps me out, and I'll go straight into the games. Just a lippy friend. If so, I think we do alright. We actually do alright in this matchup, I reckon. Purely because a lot of their removals centre around like tall removal. They will have a Karathi, so we will have to be careful. But they also get very stacked rares, so Glavasig will always get us some very nice value. I don't. We drop the Marine. We don't really want to for a bit of magics. Okay. So my immediate thought here is we just go straight into a Dahlia Redanian Archer. It's one of the more clean kind of starts. Obviously, it's a big commitment using a daily rarely, but we're already in a bit of a rough spot being on blue coin. And there is a variant of this list that I was playing as well. I'll pop the variant in the description as well, which doesn't run like Glevisig and Romvid and Erder, and I put in like a bloody Baron and a couple of other things. And that did alright as well. I think the strength of the two lists is comparable. I teched that one a little bit more for the what's it called? The double cross Nilfgaard meta breaker list, because we put in a Curse Knight for transforming Joachim, which is always very, very fun. Are you looking to get out of the round, friend? Look like you might be. You look like you might be. So for the second archer, it's reasonable. Just because if they do remove one of these, it allows us to set up for a ping with our Revenant next turn. Could have also developed a Revenant onto the other row, but this is going down, so. Okay. So yeah, we'll set that up. Ping in there. We'll chuck you there. So what we'll do here is we'll put Ceres at 3, because next turn I want to go Glavasig, get a ping with Revenants. All be very fun. Snowdrop isn't very nice though, but luckily we have Boiling Oil into that, so we delay Glavasig a little bit. Because there is a very high chance that they're just sitting on a Burner Bran, and we don't want that going up to 10. Yeah, just we'll just say no to that one. Yeah, that's reasonable. Oh, it's the plan by one turn, but yeah. So now if they chuck the skirmishers, skirmishers come out on melee row, it's fine. Just the one. The savage bear. Okay. It's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful sight. I do think Glover 6 is a little underrated in mobilization lists. It just feels very, very good. So we could play War Chariot. I think we do. Probably just move the Bear Witcher. I mean, we do have a pass, but do we ever want to take a pass? I think we do. Yeah. And we ping that away because then that reduces Kaduk value. They probably have another Bear Witcher here. But that doesn't put them ahead, which is the key part. So we could pass here. The other choice is Philippa. Feels a little bad Philippa in, but I think we probably need to. We only dropped 1 point of value there. This isn't too bad. Sorry, my cat's just playing up. Don't know what he wants. Oh, he's looking at the mirror. He's always done it, but he's taken recently to having a little existential crisis. Pretty much once a day, just looks in the mirror, looks at himself, questions what existence is, that kind of thing. Oh, very nice. So we have a choice here. We have the option to try and go for a 2-0, which would almost certainly force out Lippy, but then we face a short round where Ceres can probably come down, and I don't like the sound of that. We also have the option of going to a long round and hoping that the engines are enough, which I think is probably our best route, especially if we're going to draw like this. Yeah, I think our hand kind of answered that question for us, because we can kind of bank on our engines generating enough value in a long round for us to really like just out pressure, because the power of Lippy is being able to take that short round, plays Ceres, and Ceres plays for like what is it? Like with the last ping off your leader, plays for like 21 points. So we just kind of want to deny that. We haven't drawn amazingly though. Would like to see Donomir. We can get it off AA, but I mean it's not really what we want to be pulling off the AA, to be honest. Reynard's nice. Bricks. So we have 2 bricks in AA and Kedwenny Knight 368. I guess the question is this hand good enough to win with? And I think yeah. Honestly, I think this is good enough. I think we probably just start with Natalis into Donomir, just because we don't really want Siege getting Karathi'd. So what did they throw away there? They threw away, I think it was the other Scald. Yes, I think. We do have the option to go Reynard. I think that's reasonable, but I think we just I don't know, because Donomir just gets eaten by Curse of Corruption. So I wouldn't mind seeing, as soon as Karathi comes out, Curse of Corruption. Okay. So now they can't get rid of our Siege. because if they choose to use Karathi, of course there is also the option that they're like Karathi this, then Lippy, then a Nero out a Karathi for siege, but I mean if they do that then they're not playing Ceres, so I probably feel quite happy about that. I do want to get these archers set up as well. Alright, what haven't they drawn? A skirmisher. So they drew very, very well. Very, very well. But we'll start nonsense. Okay, that means we can go for a forbidden magic if we want to. I'm mindful that we want to get the archers set up as well. Try and get some value going. It's probably archers next turn, actually. I'm happy to see that out now. For sure. For sure, for sure. Gonna say, and just watch it hit Lugos. That obviously is a threat. Because it's in a crew pocket now, it will damage a random unit, so it goes from a 1 in 4 to a 1 in 6. And now it's like not guaranteed to miss, but it's very unlikely that it hits Lugos now, which is kind of nice. So we'll bit of magic. We can hold the charges. Just have to see if there's enough juice left in the deck. A little unfortunate not hitting like the Balahoon. We dropped quite a few points because of that. Probably shouldn't have sniped that away, actually, thinking about it. There's definitely worse Ignis. I don't mind that too much. Always lucky. And then we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to come. So if their last card is worth more than 13, which doesn't look like it is. that was ridiculous. That could have hurt, man. Yeah, if you missed that because that was like a little flash. Both the pings off the trebuchets hit Blue Boy, so they played for like -1 point each. It didn't matter because like instead we would have won by 6. Instead we won by. All right, this is going to be the test, isn't it? If we can beat line pockets. Which questionable, very questionable. I feel like Donomir will probably work against us purely because of Philippa, which is my concern. So we maybe just don't want him in hand. I feel like we actually don't ever play Donomir unless we see a Philippa out, or we maybe play him in round 1. We don't really. Do we want 2 forbidden magics? I actually think we do. Yeah. Mulling back Philippa was actually a mistake. The rope kind of hit me, and I didn't know what to do. Should have mulled back War Chariot, but these things happen. These things happen. We'll get an archer set up. I think the way we win this is going for a 2-0, in all honesty. Just try and get something out. War Chariot is going to be very nice against what's it called, Tunnel Drill. But unfortunately, Tunnel Drill is going to play for a lot of points regardless. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. But we just desperately try and set up a Forbidden Magic. Them not playing Furka is really sad. I mean, in all honesty, this is just setting up as a pass on 7 kind of situation, isn't it? I mean, if they pass, then we just take it with Karak Marine, but yeah, we just don't have anything like set up. I don't really want to use the next Archer, because Archers are really, really good for setting up your Revenants. Alright, decision time. Decision time, boys. So, we can go Archer, which will let us set up for a Forbidden Magic onto Redanian. But then the Revenant gets answered by like a dip in the Pontar, and then we're down a Redanian Archer, down a Forbidden Magic. We're not in a better situation, and our leader targets are basically just Revenants or Karak Marines. Other option, playing Donomir. Don't think I want to do that. Could play War Chariot, but again, that's really... No, I think this is a pass. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But I mean, at least if they want to push, you know, sometimes we maybe go into round 3 a card up, something like that. We can see. What we'll probably look to do is play Siege in a position where they can't just pass on us and go in on even. Because the good thing is, like, people will play against that kind of outcome. Against, like, Nilfgaard, for example. But against NR, people aren't really going to be expecting a Siege too much, so they are accounting for the, like, staying ahead by enough points so that scenario doesn't tempo them ahead. Alright, that signifies that they're just going for it. Again, I don't want to play Donomir because he just plays straight into Philippa. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I have something in mind. We can literally go Karak Marine, put this to 11. And the amount that they have to invest to get through that shield is ridiculous. They have to first ping away the shield and then knock it down from 11 down to 9. Yeah, because he's looking for the steal now. So we quite simply say no. They obviously can pass on 7 now if they take this as a bad situation, but I don't expect that they do. That's really bad. It's really bad for them. So, Revenant's super slow, but might be necessary. So if we play Revenant here, we're down by 12. I don't even know how we catch up there. We get a ping there, we go Then we're down by 10. Yeah, and then we can get into like a Kidwinny Knight. Maybe it is Revenant. Okay. I know I'm playing this melee, so like obviously a Tunnel Drill deals with it, but I'm completely fine if their answer to this is a Tunnel Drill. Of course, yeah. Alright, I don't like this. Don't like this. Yeah, okay, well, we need to start this setup, to be honest. We'll just deal with the shields on that. We need to go for Siege. We're not winning this round without Siege, quite simply. We do have a Forbidden Magic now. Probably our next player. Maybe a Ballista. Let's see. Should maybe have actually set up a better Forbidden Magic target than Redanian, to be honest. Bit of a mistake on my part. Aid usually puts us ahead. Okay, there's a better Forbidden Magic target. A deeply unfortunate spawn, but we'll hold the charges on the archers, and we'll see what happens. Okay. So we're down by quite a bit. 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says 7. 36 down by 18. That's 12. That places us at 9. 13. So it's going to take 2 cards regardless. Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate. This isn't going to spawn. That's fine. So scary things are basically just Philippa. Basically just Philippa. So I would like to hit some good stuff. And we basically just haven't hit anything that's all that good. Obviously being really hurt by, because if we'd have mulliganed the War Chariot in round 1, imagine War Chariot is instead Philippa. And you'll understand why I'm so sad about this. My god. So they don't have any coins. So we could pull Bellahoon is an option. Problem with that is it just gets swiped instantly by Adalia. The other option is we just go with Adalia, get swiped by Philippa. So I think instead we go Adalia and we just don't play Balahoon. Because Balahoon would have equaled like 2, 3, 4. Would have played for like 10, so actually Kedwenny Knight's better anyway, assuming they don't have hard removal. Okay, so they just Philippa in that, which I think we're kind of fine with, because we just War Chariot that, and we're usually pretty happy with that. But yeah, I think we're just dragging this game out at this point. I think that round 2 is definitely sad. Unless they've drawn as bad as we have, which it looks like they might have. Unless they're trying to play like very unreactive, which is also a possibility. I'm just hoping they're not the poison variant that runs it. I mean, the eavesdrop suggests that it isn't. From a quick maths on like the provisions, I don't think it is. Yeah, that's a bad spender. 1 point for 2 coins is not that great. It's pretty sad that I don't even think it's going to matter, because if that's like a Jox or something, that plays for the same amount of points as a Kedwenny Knight does for us. So. Alright, yeah, I think this is probably it. But we can see. We can see. I should have actually played that here. Would have got 2 more points on. 1 more point. Alright, so if we lose by 1 point, Kedwenny Knight here would have won it, but I somehow doubt it. Yeah. When that's the last 2 cards, not too much we can do. So yeah, that's a sad one. But Line Pockets is like tier 0 for a reason. So all in all, not too bad. Not too bad.